What's the penalty for treason? Is treason even a thing anymore? Like, do we have laws in this country? What is the penalty for treason? I'm just asking a question. What's RICO? Right? Racketeering, influence, corruption, organized. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But it seems like the RICO Act might be applicable, to our situation. It seems like I said this up, I don't know, maybe 7 years ago, almost a decade ago, I was talking about RICO, and who gives a fuck, right? Everyone had a full frontal lobotomy because of the DARPA N3 program, right? I mean, what? Oh, is that conspiracy, the DARPA N3 I don't, do I have mental health issues for noticing? Is that who has mental health issues these days? The people who called out the truth in blunt fact just for what it is. And so as soon as you notice what they're doing, all of a sudden you're a crazy conspiracy theorist. Ah, okay. And so that's easier for you to swallow, right? Because you don't have mass psychosis and you are cool with pedophiles running the world. And because we notice the pedophiles running the world, we have mental health issues. And that makes sense to you, right? That makes sense to you, right? Cool. This is fucking stupid, guys. It's been stupid for a long time. You want to know how I know it's stupid? Because I've never been the smartest person in the room. I was a C student, right? Dropped out of two schools. Dropped out. Okay. Dad said, not paying for those grades at Bryant. I was like, but yeah. And, Quinnipiac, being in a building or a room or just a box is not for me. It's not my idea of a good time. Anyway, my point is, I know a lot of other people over the years who are just so much smarter than me, right? So that's how I know that everyone has just had a full frontal lobotomy because it's not that hard to see at this juncture. So, like, you know, pedophiles are literally running the world. And people who say, hey, I don't want to be spied on. Stop hurting children. We need accountability. Those are the people that you are calling crazy. So we are very much all in this together, and it is not about us. It is about the future generations. So if you can't wrap that around your head, you know, and get that, we're probably just all going to get rolled. We might get rolled anyway. Um, because we're not a violent people. And because of their methodology, right? Like they're not going to, well, they might, but to date, they haven't, outside of genocide and war, right? Manufactured war, they haven't taken a real aggressive approach towards the people. I mean, they have, um, in a perverted way, right? With the bio nanotech under the skin and the surveillance and all the closed doors meetings and all the laws, right? And the bills and all the stuff that they pass um, illegally, fraudulently, because of lobbyists and closed door meetings and Bilderberg Group initiative agendas, whatever. None of it is for the people, and you know that. I mean, if you just pay attention to anything, right? The last 8 Pentagon audits, where's that money going to? What are they spending trillions and trillions of dollars on, racking up a quarter, half of the national debt? And none of our tax money even goes to paying off the deficit. It just goes towards, interest on the principal that we're not touching. So we have no transparency about where the money's going to at all. So if you believe that it's in your best interest, I don't know, look at the air, water, and food. Do you believe that? so we can either all come together and have an honest conversation like adult human beings, because it's our responsibility as adults to have these conversations in blunt fact, and no one else's responsibility, because the people who are behind the microphone, who are having the conversations, right, who are on the news and the media and the entertainment that you fill your brain with, they're all part of the same mechanism to control your soul and your mind and your efforts to be a slave, a functioning slave. It's like a functioning alcoholic, but for work. You pay taxes to pedophiles. That's your purpose. That's it. And if you ask questions, you're fucking crazy, right? So this charade is up. It's been up, and obviously people are waking up in droves and noticing. The noticing. And people are not going to stop noticing, because this involves children and what they're doing to harm children. Where's my son? You know, and I'm not saying that my son is wrapped up in the same thing that's, being talked about the highest levels of government. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I got a lot of red flags, things I don't like, um, and I haven't seen my son, and I got a lot of red flags. Um, I I'm not saying that my issue is any bigger or smaller than else's issues. Like, we are all literally in this together. Um, Once you wake up, you don't go back. You know, and I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that I have the discernment to see what's going on. It's painful. Like, it's exhausting. It's hard to watch people you care about not give a fuck, or I'm not sure if it's like, I think it's indifference. I think that's what it is. Uh, as well as the conditioning, as well as the chemical poisoning, however you want to say it, right? Whether that's from the food, or the mind poisoning, or the programming, um, believing a narrative, loving Big Brother. Like, I really don't know. It's all manufactured. It's all manufactured consent. It's not pure. It's not real. It's not your soul. It's not what you're meant to do. Sorry to be the one to tell you that. Your purpose in life is not a paycheck, a job title, or to pay taxes to pedophiles. That's not your purpose in life. You might think that it is. I promise you it's not. And, for all that are like, well, I just got to do what I got to do to feed my family. If you gave one flying fuck about your kids, you'd educate yourself. Ignorance is not a thing. Living in your bubble because you're comfortable and you're happy, and you don't want to deal with the reality. That's not helping your children. I promise.